Okay, so today I'm going to make sausage casserole using the crock pot or slow cooker again because it's easy and it's really quick. Again, you know, make your own recipe up. I'm just giving you what I do. So I use an onion, just a plain white onion, good old tomato puree. I've actually been to the farm shop and got some pork sausages today, but you can use any sausages you want. Chicken sausages are fab if you're not a fan of pork, but that's what I'm using today. Obviously not all of them. I'm going to split the pack up. Today, I don't always, but I'm going to use half a pack of sausage casserole. I only use half a pack because I find when we're doing something in a small slow cooker that the whole pack is a bit too much. And with that, I'll be using gravy granules as well. Okay, and today, to bulk it out, I'm going to pop some baby potatoes in it. I might add some mixed herbs as well. We'll see when we get cooking. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do, and you don't have to do this, but I'm going to do this today, is to brown off some sausages. Okay, so what I've done is I've just lightly fried the sausages. No, don't really need it, to be honest. Just to give them some colour. They're not cooked through, as you can see. It's literally just to give them some colour. You don't have to do this. You can pop them straight in your slow cooker or your casserole dish in the oven. Whatever you decide to use, it really doesn't matter. Okay, so they look really nice and brown. Okay, so now we're ready to put it all together. I've chopped my onion and I've chopped my new potatoes. Normally, I would pop a tin of tomatoes in with this, but this is for my daughter and son-in-law, and he hates tomatoes, so I'm leaving them out. Just for you to be aware, when you do use a tin of tomatoes, drain all the liquid off the tomatoes and use that to replace your water. Otherwise, you will find that your sausage casserole is just really watery. So that's just something to bear in mind. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to place my onion and my potatoes in my good old crock pot. Pop them in. Now I've got my sausage casserole mix, but because I'm using half, don't forget when you go on the back you halve the water as well. So I do this because I find them quite strong and I know that they don't like a strong flavour. So I'm doing approximately half of it. Yep, perfect. And that will keep for next time. So mix that well with the water. You can put as little or as much of this in. It's obviously to taste. But I am going to add gravy granules and tomato puree as well. This has just got some flavour in it. So I'm going to pop that over there, like that. And then going to pop some tomato puree in. It says 2 spoons, obviously I'm halving it. So I'm going to do that because he's not a tomato fan. So that goes in as well. That will be mixed in as it cooks. Now then, I mentioned mixed herbs. I've decided I am going to pop some in. Just a few. Remember, with dry herbs, they're not as potent as fresh herbs, so you will need to use slightly more. Okay, I'm just going to go over and mix my gravy. Okay, so now I'm just going to pop my sausages on the top. I always put my meat on the top. It's purely what you like, but I always think it's really nice to have those sausages on the top and your base, a bit lively, of vegetables. Okay, perfect. Now I've made my gravy. This is 3 dessert spoons of gravy granules, just beef gravy granules. You can use vegetable if you want. and I've made it thick. You'll know with me that I always make it a lot thicker than you would have it normally, because the moisture comes out your vegetables, it will come out of your sausages, and also you've got the condensation from the lid. So, and nobody wants a runny casserole. So, just pop that over. Make sure it's in there. Pop the lid on. I've got it on low. I'm going to leave it until tonight. It's now 2:20 in the afternoon. I will be leaving it till possibly 7 o'clock tonight, 7:30. And then I'll switch it off and cool it overnight by an open window. It cools really quickly, and then as soon as it's cold, before I go to bed, I'll pop it in the fridge. Okay, so it's now 7:05. I think the sausage casserole has got about another 20-25 minutes to go. So what I've done is I've heated a small amount of peas in the microwave, and I've cooked them in the microwave. What I've done is add 2 tablespoons of water, a pinch of sugar to bring out the flavour, and just sat them for 2 minutes. Microwave setting 800 watts. And they're absolutely fine. Drain the excess water off, and I'm going to stir them in now. Okay, so let's have a look and see how it's doing. It looks amazing. So I'm just going to, as I say, we're not far off done, and you'll see that the gravy, because I made it so thick at the beginning, is absolutely perfect. If I'd have made it like this at the beginning, it would have been very watery. So I'm just going to stir these in. Let's just add some pop of colour to your casserole. You can put them in at the beginning if you add in frozen, but obviously I would not add frozen at this stage because it would completely lower the temperature and they just wouldn't be cooked. It's as simple as that. There we go. Another 20 minutes. Okay, so it's had its extra 25 minutes, almost half an hour. And there we have the finished product. I'm just going to switch it off at the wall. And there's so much stuff in here. Get another sausage out as well. And there we go. You can have that with some mash. Absolutely beautiful. Or nice crusty bread, which is always amazing to serve that with. Have half, freeze half. Absolutely brilliant. You can always pop some button mushrooms in as well, should you want to. And there we go.